Well, the push is on, guys. We finished the driveway leading up to the property, but we have a long way to go before we can pull our RV onto our land and begin preparing for winter, which is just a few short weeks away. Joe's been working on smoothing out the driveway, leading from the turnaround all the way up to the clearing. But we're having some really big problems with mucky ground, and we're doing our best to stabilize it for our truck and the RV to roll over without sinking in and getting stuck, not to mention a well-digging truck someday. There's a lot of work to do before the freeze and snow hits, and at this point in the season, we've almost run out of time for anything. Alaska's build season is ending, and for very good reasons, we're about to learn the hard way. And we know it. To say we're a little frightened would be a massive understatement. Fear is a powerful motivator, and we're overflowing with motivation right now. We're entering a new era in our journey. Phase 1 was to complete the first half of the driveway just to get to the edge of our property. Phase 2 is to get up to the clearing if we can, and I'm pretty resolute that we'll make it. We hoped to make it by my birthday, but there were just too many obstacles to overcome, and we're working on them right now. But if for some reason we can't get all the way up to the clearing parking lot, our emergency hunker down option is to make a place right at the 60 fallen trees and to stay there for the winter. It'll be a hustle to get ourselves protected from winter in the RV because living in the RV over winter in Alaska is not going to be easy. But it's do or die, and despite our own physical limitations, we're up for the task. The first thing we need to do is find a way to make the squishy clay spots in our driveway into firmer spots. Jordan found some information about adding hydrated lime to our soil to help firm it up. So we headed into Wasilla and bought some hydrated lime and decided to take the scenic route home. Guys, this is the scenic route home. Jordan's been out there for the last week getting 50-pound bags of hydrated lime mixed into the soil. That stuff is hard to lug from the cul-de-sac all the way down to the driveway, even with a new Gorilla cart we bought, and it's caustic, especially when it meets moisture. So Jordan's working hard to keep it off of his skin and certainly out of his lungs. We rented a tiller to mix it in because he was doing it all by hand. The tiller saved a lot of work, but it was still a lot of work, and though it did help, it wasn't nearly as helpful as we had hoped. But we're determined to get up to the top of the hill, where we'll build our home and get started on hunkering down for the coldest winter of our lives. Sure, we can get the RV up to the clearing once the ground freezes. The problem isn't so much getting up the hill, because when the ground freezes, it will freeze solid for 7 feet down. The problem comes in the spring thaw and being able to get our vehicles back down the hill. As the driveway is now, there's no way we could get a pickup up there, much less back down. And as sloshy as the ground is at the clearing, the RV just might sink, which would be catastrophic. Take a look at this driveway, guys. It's almost 1,400 feet long. That's a lot of Alaska snow to plow, especially considering we expect about 12 to 15 feet of snow this winter, and we don't even have snow shovels yet. Jordan keeps telling me we need to give up the idea of the clearing this year and focus on maybe next year. I'm not having it. I want to be up that hill to start creating my garden and getting my animals. build a coop in a barn. The idea of not making it up the hill is just not acceptable to me. I'm not ready to wave that white flag. But the big looming question for us, will we get set for winter in time? That's the big elephant on our backs, and it weighs heavily on us as we plan every single moment leading up to the answer we fear will be no. But we're determined, even though determined only gets you so far. And despite our declaration at the beginning of this project that we will not suffer, we are actually willing to suffer. When we'll hit our breaking point is another mystery. Or do we even have one? We'll see. And hey, look, we're back in the cul-de-sac. So what are we going to do to remove all this snow? We have a secret weapon in our arsenal now, a new member of the family. Meet Nellie. Nellie is an old 1996 Dodge Ram 1500 V8. I'm naming her Nellie because that's what my dad names every one of his cars, and I love my dad. So Nellie will be our second vehicle, because we really need the security of a second set of wheels out here. But aside from being a standby, Nellie will be our plow and water truck. So stick around, because Nellie is about to get into some trouble.
I just saw the tiniest spruce I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah? Where?
The grass is too tall for it. Where is it? Oh.
Are you scared? Are you having a good time, Keiki?
She's exploring. It's all boggy here. And we got all these tiny little spruces trying to grow. Aw, cute.
You should try to get that blueberry, because that's the only blueberry that's green.
Oh, those guys are so cool.
What, grass?
The puffy grass.
Yeah.
And this tree line.
Just like a rock, float out in the water. I just want to like lay on a little thing floating in the middle of the water.
We can get one. Driveway.
I wonder if the berries have already blown.
Oh, it's possible.
There's red ones on the ground here.
Amazing view.
And then you hear the rooster.
Are you scared or cold, babe?
Her?
Him. He's just shivering.
Oh, I said her. Oh, he's just going.
Go, adventure puppy! Where are you going? You went up too? Oh, you got a mosquito on the back of your arm. There you go. All right, here. Camera goes to you, and I get puppies. Oh, sweetheart.
Some crowberry in here.
There you go. And the red moss.
Yes. Just looking for a berry.
Little ones.
Dirty feet.
He's got one paw in my shirt.
There they are. Only two wild blueberries I've actually seen. Oh, I see a third one.
Hey.
All right.
Bear missed them.
I can't do. I'm gonna have to turn this off.
Okay.
Oh, red moss. That's really cool.